Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today, yeah, we're in Roblox, right? And we're playing a game which I used to play a lot, like back in primary school. So yeah, this is called Tower Defense Simulator. And yeah, I've been playing for about like I used to play like 2019, but then I quit, and now I'm back at it again because I'm kind of finding it really fun. So yeah, there we go. And yeah, so we're just gonna play a quick game just to show you around. So we'll just do a let's do a quad because why not? I also need to set my towers as well. I didn't do that. But yeah, let's just find a game and then I'll show you around and how to play this. It's a pretty fun game. So yeah, and there we go. Yeah, so we've got we had a level 47 player, I think, which is fine. But then we also had two other level 100 and something players, which is pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna hopefully do Fallen mode. Fallen mode's like the hardest difficulty in this sort of game. Well, second to hardest. Well, there's also hardcore, but Fallen's kind of like out of normal sort of games. It's like the hardest mode. So yeah, we'll go with Fallen mode. I would like to. Ooh, have I not loaded in properly? There we go. I would like to change my inventory. So I don't want the ranger. I guess I don't want the minigunner. I want the accelerator. Accelerator is a really strong tower, which you'll see in just a little bit. We'll get the jester as well, and I guess that can be my loadout, or that is my loadout, I guess. We'll do Fallen mode. And I'll be farming, so yeah, we'll just place down some farms here to begin, to earn some money, because that's what farms do. They generate income for you. So yeah, you'll see in just a little bit. So we're doing Fallen mode. As you can see, difficulty vote. We've got normal, molten, and Fallen mode. Normal is really like no one chooses it. So yeah, molten mode. And we'll just place down a couple of farms like this, like that. So yeah, molten mode, it's kind of the best, like the easiest and quickest mode to choose from. And then Fallen mode's obviously the hardest, and it gives you the most reward because of it. So we'll see here, we've got abnormals. If it was molten mode, then it would be just normals, but obviously we're doing Fallen mode, so we've got some tougher enemies. So yeah, we're gonna leak an abnormal, but I think the sniper will be able to get it once it goes back around here, so like that. And yeah, so as you can, we'll just let them like walk around. So it goes here. This is a good map, by the way. This map is crossroads. So the enemies have to walk down this path and then go around and back through the same sort of area again, which is handy for like a lot of troops in this sort of region. So yeah, that's pretty good. So what we're gonna do is probably why did I choose two early game towers? I wasn't really thinking. Jester's kind of early. It's kind of an all-rounded tower. So early early to late game sort of tower, which is pretty good. I'm gonna place down another farm right about here. You also want to, when you're placing down towers, these are called towers. I didn't mention that, but these are called towers. You want to place them as close together as possible to maximize the amount of space. So if I place like let's just do a pyromancer, for example. If I place it like anywhere, just like randomly place it, that's not really smart. You want to place it like on corners and stuff. So you want to sort of maximize the amount of space there is. So yeah, but right now at the start we're just sort of placing farms and generating an income, which doesn't really matter if you place a farm like right here. It doesn't affect anything because it doesn't really defend. So yeah, at the start it's pretty slow. You know, we've got snipers, which is actually an interesting early game tower. It's not really a good tower, the sniper, but it'll do the job, I guess. Let's place another farm like that, and we'll upgrade it. I didn't upgrade that farm. That's not really smart. But I think we might be able to. Does the sniper only give you $1 per like attack? That's interesting. I never knew that. Okay, Very strange. We got a golden scout right here. I'll explain in a little bit. So yeah, we couldn't afford that level 2 farm, which is fine. So the golden scout, it's a different version of the regular scout. So there's like golden versions and regular versions. Regular versions are like, you know, the normal sort of type, but then golden versions, they give the towers a bit of a buff, which is pretty good. So they actually do, you know, I'll get rid of the chat. They do 2 damage rather than you know, 1. The normal version does 1. And the golden version does 2. So, and for the pyromancer, I have the golden pyromancer, which I'll show in just a little bit. Let's place another farm like that. Yeah, so I'll show the pyromancer in just a little bit when I get enough money, and I'll do it when the first boss comes. So the first boss is wave 10. Waves 1 to probably like the early waves, right? There's the enemies, they're not really tough enough to sort of lose the game for you. So yeah, at the start it's kind of really, it gets really slow and kind of maybe a little bit boring for some people, but yeah, towards the end you're gonna see it kind of gets a little bit crazy. We'll upgrade another farm to level 2. I like to upgrade farms to level 2 before placing another one. Obviously, if I can't afford a level 2 upgrade, then I place another farm because it's a bit cheaper to place another farm. But yeah, because it gives you 150 like bonus, it's a pretty good upgrade. So, oh, I can't afford it. Okay, that's fine. I thought I could afford it for a second, but oh well. We'll upgrade this once we get enough money. These heavies, they're not going to be able to yeah, we're going to be fine even if they get through our defenses. So yeah, we're looking good for the main part. We can actually skip as well. So there we go. We skip the wave. And when enough players have skipped, that means the next wave starts. So that's why I chose to skip. And I wonder if I have enough money for another farm up. Ooh, like there we go. Just perfect amount. Perfect amount. That's amazing. So yeah, we'll upgrade another farm to level 2, and then we'll start placing more farms. So like that. And yeah, so at the start it's kind of like sort of the same process. You upgrade farms and then get enough money, and then you can start placing the really good towers. So this is the number 4, like 4,200. This really good tower. It's called the accelerator, and I'm really like excited to show you like what it does. It charges up and it does so much damage. You can see here, like if I hover over, it does 10 damage every 0.2 seconds. Like you can see, I'm lagging a little bit as well. That's not good. We'll place another farm down. But yeah, it does 10 damage every 0.2 seconds. So that means it does, for every 1 second, it does 50 damage. That's pretty good, isn't it? So yeah, and you can see these early game enemies, they really lagging. Apparently that's not good. But we'll actually place a golden pyromancer because we'll place it about here. So like there. And you can see it. We can increase the range as well. If I'm lagging a lot, so I can't do that. But yeah, the pyromancer, the golden one does 1 damage for every like a quarter of a second. I believe the regular one doesn't do any damage, so that's why the golden skins are actually they're actually really good. So yeah, there we go. We're going to upgrade another farm, provided I don't lag, which is not good. Yeah, my ping's not really looking so good. I might disconnect, which is not a good thing. Yeah, that's not so good, but well, I guess. We'll place another farm down. So right about there. There we go. It's finally loaded in, and I upgraded it to level 3. That's fine as well, I guess. There you go. Let's upgrade this to level 2, so it does a bit more damage. And then we'll leave level 3 be because I don't think we're going to need it very soon. So yeah, I'm going to start upgrading these to level 3 now, so they give us a bit more money. So I've got 2 level 3 farms. It's also worth mentioning that there's different skins for different towers. So you can see here, this is the holiday skin, I believe, for the scout. So it looks a bit different than the regular Scout. And then these farms, like this guy also has the arcade farm. I have the tycoon farm, so it's a little bit different to the regular farm, which is pretty cool. Yeah, we're gonna continue upgrading the farms, and then once I reach like all the farms are level 3, I'm gonna start placing a DJ booth. So what the DJ booth does is it boosts the range of the tower, and also does like has a decrease, like a discount on the price. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I'll show you in a little bit. But yeah, right now we're just looking to farm. So yeah, these early waves are a little bit slow as well. So yeah, we'll upgrade that farm, and then what we're gonna do is actually, I'm going to place my DJ booth slightly close towards. As you can see, I'm trying to maximize the space as well. So yeah, I'm gonna place my DJ booth closer towards the entrance, so we can get, you know, early damage for the enemies. These scouts have hidden detection. Hidden detection is also really important. As you might have seen in those we just upgraded the DJ booth. You might have seen in those enemies they were invisible, so they were hidden from they had the ability called like the hidden. So towers, they need hidden detection. As you can see, we have an eye here that indicates that it has hidden detection. So you need to upgrade your towers so that they have hidden detection to be able to fire at enemies. We're gonna continue upgrading these farms so we get more money. Gonna skip waves as well, like that. And yeah, so this is the little tycoon farm, like that. It's pretty cool, isn't it? What I like to do as well for farming, I like to max out the farm. So from level 3, upgrade one farm to level 5 before moving on to the next farm, because you can see it does a 250 like cash increase for 2500, but then if I upgrade it in just a little bit, we'll skip this wave just to showcase it. Hopefully the other players also skip. Okay, these are breakers, that's fine. Breakers are a bit annoying, so they separate to become another enemy. So yeah, so if I upgrade this farm, you can see here 2500 for 250 sort of increase. But you see the next upgrade, it doubles the like cash you get for like only 5000. That's if you calculate it, it's actually a bit more. It's a bit better than the 2500 one, like the level 3 to 4 upgrade. So yeah, I'm gonna stick to upgrading one farm to level 5 at a time from now. We've also obviously got the DJ booth, so all these towers in this sort of range, they get a range buff, and they also get a discount. Okay, this is interesting. We're gonna max that farm. This is really interesting. So we've got a cryomancer, and what this does is freeze enemies. We can see right next to it, we've got the golden pyromancer, and it burns enemies, right? So it sort of deletes the freeze effect from the cryomancer, which is not good. Yeah, so we'll leave the pyromancer there for, I guess, damage, but that's not really a good move by alleged 0306. Yeah, not really a smart move. Now we've got a necromancer, and it summons skeletons. You can see these skeletons are 50 hit points each, which is actually pretty devastating. So we might want to actually place down one of these towers right here. It's called the accelerator. Let's do it. We'll place it there, and you can see it takes time to charge up, but then it literally shreds enemies, which is really good. We're gonna continue upgrading farms so we get more money. Yeah, I'm not really sure about the pyromancer and cryomancer combo. Yeah, it's a bit. I'm not really too sure about the fire and ice cancelling each other. Let's upgrade this again. So we'll get more income. And I'll tell you what. Let's upgrade let's upgrade it 3 times so it has a better, you know, damage and a better sort of overcharge. So overcharge happens when the accelerator, you know, max. So once it does enough damage to like reach the end of the bar, it actually stops firing. We'll just upgrade another farm. It doesn't matter which farm. So yeah, it stops firing after it reaches the limit. So that's why I upgraded it, so it has a better overcharge and does more damage. So you can see now it does 25 for every fifth of a second, so it does 125 damage per second. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. We're gonna upgrade another farm and upgrade another farm, like that. We've got a giant boss, so I'm not gonna skip this wave. I'm gonna choose to bail out of it, so we get a bit more money, because the giant boss actually gives you a lot of money. You can see here, it actually gives you, like, picture 1 damage equals $1, so it gives you like about $2,000. So it's pretty good, a lot of money. And you can see it's being shredded, so no need to worry about, you know. We're gonna upgrade another farm because we can't afford a level 5 upgrade. So yeah, now we can afford 2 level 5 upgrades. That's pretty good. As you can see, we're getting a lot more income per wave because we're upgrading the farms. And that's what I like to do for these sort of game modes. I like to farm and then eventually get more money. So yeah, we can see here we've got breakers, we've got the necromancer, and then we got another giant boss. So more money, I guess, because these bosses they're not gonna reach the end, like, not at this rate. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then after these farms are maxed, I'm gonna max the DJ booth so it has a better range buff and a better discount buff. So yeah, there we go. We're gonna defeat that boss, then upgrade another farm, and then once we max these farms, got one more upgrade to max it, then we can start maxing the DJ booth, which is gonna be really nice. I might sell my pyromancer because it's not doing much right now. So yeah, what I could do actually is place a pyromancer in front here. Yeah, I think that might be a smart move. So after we upgrade the DJ booth, I'm gonna place another pyromancer here just to like sort of deal a little bit early damage for any incoming enemies. And we got enough money to max the DJ booth. That's good. So now what I like to do is look at the range, and this is about where it ends. So I'm gonna place the pyromancer just about there, and you can see here it has a better range than you can sort of compare, like, this range is a bit more than this. So now we've got glitches. These glitches they're actually more dangerous than you think. So they run really fast, and because of that they can sometimes get through defenses. So we're gonna max this just for a bit more support, and we're max the cell, so it does every a quarter of a second, does 8 damage. And then keeping in mind it also has a burn effect, so it's a pretty good support tower. Yeah, so I'm gonna place that at the front so it does early damage. Now what we're gonna do is start maxing this accelerator, and once it gets maxed, you can see here the faster charge is really important, so it takes less time to sort of charge up its weapon to deal damage to enemies. Got another giant boss, 2 giant bosses actually, and then more breakers, so a bit more money, and then more glitches. Okay, this guy's gonna be AFK, that's fine. And yeah, there we go. So we're going to, after this wave, we have enough money to upgrade it. So there we go. Now we've got a max accelerator, and you can see here it charges so much. You can even see it does a different beam color, which is pretty cool. It's called the Ice Witch skin, by the way, so it has a little bit different appearance to what it looks like in this picture, and this picture. So yeah, there we go. We're going to now what we're gonna do is start to place down. I might place down Jesters actually. So Jesters, what they do, they're actually a really special tower. They can basically be used like for like any time during the early to late game. So it's a very flexible tower. So what it does is it throws bombs, and you can choose, like, once we'll max it out just to show you. So it can throw down fire or ice bombs or poison bombs or confusion bombs. Here's the tank. The tank is a really strong enemy, and I really hate it. So yeah, we're gonna do confusion and poison just to show you what it does. So confusion, what it does is actually turns the enemies around. Like, you can see this giant boss, it walked back for a second. And then the poison, it deals a lot of it's basically like a puddle of poison on the floor, and enemies running across it, they will get damaged by it. So you can see here, it's not really obvious, but it's taking some hits from the poison, which is pretty good. So what we're gonna do is continue I want to showcase the ice bomb, but I don't think it's going to work for the pyromancer, but well. I guess what we can do is continue to place down poison bombs, because poison bombs are actually really strong. Fire bombs, they have the burn effects just like the pyromancer. You can see here they're burning, but and they do an that's a funny number of damage. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so the fire does the normal amount of damage. These other 3 bombs, I believe they do a little bit less than what it says here. So, oh well, that's a scam. But not really, because they do have their very special effects. So, yeah, the Jester's actually it's a pretty strong tower because of its effects and damage, and its flexible use during early to late game. But now what we're going to do is we're going to place down accelerators. So what we're going to do is actually, I'm going to start to place accelerators like here, maybe back here a little bit. Or actually, we'll just start from here, because what I like to do is actually place accelerator. I cannot place there. That's interesting. Yeah. So what I like to do is place accelerators so that they have the range to sort of fire at the entrance. So then they start like once enemies like spawn, they immediately like charge up and sort of fire at the enemies. So yeah, that's what I like to do. We're gonna place down another accelerator right here. We're gonna collect these cookies and then start maxing it out like that. And you can see it reaches the entrance, which is good. That's what I want. So I'm gonna continue doing this. So place another accelerator like that. And we can't max it, unfortunately, but that's fine. We're gonna have enough money in just a little bit. And I also want to mention, Fallen mode, actually all the modes, actually no, Molten and Fallen mode, Molten and Fallen mode, oh, this is the Warden, so the Warden, fires a beam which stuns your towers, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, what, wave, 40 is the maximum, like, the max wave for, Fallen and, Molten modes at least. So we're going to see the boss appear in just a little bit. You can't go further than wave 40, so it's also worth noting that, so you know when to place this right there. So you know when to sort of, you know, start placing the high damage towers and stuff like that. So it comes with a little bit of time playing this game. So now we've got errors. So errors, they are pretty fast and they have a little shield. So nothing to worry about if you are if you have a solid defense. As you can see here, these accelerators, they're doing a lot of damage. 32,000 basically. That's a lot of damage, and it's doing it at a rate of like around 500 damage per second, which is pretty crazy. So yeah, all we're gonna do is continue placing and maxing accelerators. We can even if we find the correct place, we can place it, yeah, just about there. So we can start maximizing the space and placing them as far back as possible so that they still do like reach the entrance. You can see here another Warden, and yeah, it stuns these towers. It's actually pretty smart that this alleged guy placed the Cryomancer here, so then the Warden stuns just itself and not any of these sort of high DPS towers. So yeah, we're gonna max this out and continue placing another accelerator. The accelerator also has a placement limit of 8. It doesn't show it down here, but it has a placement limit of 8, so you can't place more than 8 accelerators. So I'll show you in just a little bit. Yeah, we maxed another one out, and what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to place this one about here so it still reaches the entrance, because I know this one doesn't quite reach the entrance. But you also don't want to place them, you know, obviously the towers right next to the entrance, because then all this sort of back range, like over here, it gets wasted. So yeah, this game comes with a little bit of logic. So you don't want to place towers obviously in the middle of nowhere, and you want to place them close, in like really good places where it has a lot of range and stuff like that. So we're gonna place down we're gonna max our last accelerator. Like that, so all these are level 5, and yeah, this tower is devastating. It shreds enemies. You can see here they don't stand a chance. They're basically getting spawn killed. We've got another Warden, which is not good. Ooh, it did stun our towers back here, which is not good. So the confusion from our jesters did mess with us a little bit. So what we're going to do is... Oh, we got a placement limit, actually. So we can see down here 20 out of 20. Now, you're probably thinking, well, you can't place any towers down, but you can actually sell some farms. If you don't need farms because you have a lot of money and you can't place down any more towers, you can sell them. So here we go. We're going to place down another jester. This I'm probably not going to bother upgrade. We're going to upgrade it. And place down 2 poison bombs as set on it. And this is the last wave. So I also want to mention, for the last wave, you want to sell all your farms because they're not going to be generating any more money later on. That is a very funny looking farm. But yeah, there we go. You want to sell your farms to get more money because wave 40 is the last wave, so you're not going to get any more money afterwards. And yeah, so you can see here, nice and simple. You know, they're kind of getting spawn killed. Fallen Guardian, he can't do much. You can see here, it's getting shredded. Yep, gone. Yeah, here's the boss. Here we go, the Fallen King. It's a pretty menacing looking tower, and it's going to stun all our towers because it has a stomp effect. But we have the medic over here, which is pretty good, and the medics, if the ability is used, it can sort of remove any stuns from any bosses. So we can see here that the Fallen King's kind of being look at its health go being shredded. It's because of all these accelerators. These accelerators are really strong, and that's why the health is being depleted at a very fast rate. You can see here. Yeah, we're going to win. So yeah, GG. I guess we can top down GG like that. Yeah, there we go with 1 Fallen mode. This is pretty cool. And in 24 minutes, that's not too bad. And obviously we get the 100 XP and some coins like that. And there's the map. So yeah, we're gonna return to the lobby, and that's a good game. So yeah, that's a little game of Tower Defense Simulator. Just showing you around and whatnot. We can take a look at what's to offer at the lobbies. Yeah, here we go. So we got the inventory over here. So we got different tabs down here, and then different your towers over here. I'm going to, before I forget, swap the golden pyromancer out for the medic. I like the medic because it has the ability to like cleanse stun towers, which is pretty good. So we've got the inventory, and this is where all your towers are. I've got nearly every tower except for these towers. These are towers which require gems, which is a different currency to coins. And I'm saving up for the engineer because there's a pretty strong tower. It spawns sentries, and the sentries they're pretty strong. They fire and like stuff like, well, obviously they fire, but like they fire at a pretty good rate. So yeah, there's all these towers. If you want to take a quick look, you can. You can also you know, if I place it, like click on this, you can see the skins. So you got default ranger, and then you got the Beast Slayer ranger, which is this event's sort of skin. Also got Phantom Ranger. So yeah, you can see these different skins. Got the Accelerator skin. This is default one. I got the Ice Witch one, which is pretty cool. And then you got this skin I wanted to mention, the Gargoyle skin. It's a very special skin. And you'll see why maybe in a next episode or next video. Because I want to do I have a pretty good video idea for a next video. So like on this game. So yeah. Also got, you know, the base. We got skin crates where you obviously buy them and then you get skins. You can see there's a lot of skins. You got Navy and Red Accelerator and the Ace Pilot, Demo Man, a lot of towers and a lot of skins. Got toy skins, which is actually pretty cool. Skin crate, because you got, you know, these toys which actually look pretty cool, and you got ducky skins, you know, skins which make towers look like ducks, I guess. Obviously I can't get this skin because I don't have the engineer, but yeah, you can see they have different rarities as well. You got legendary, and then right up here you got common, so they have different % unlock chances. So you've got the Ducky Warden, which is like uncommon, and then it gets to rare, and then legendary, and you got like different ones, so like events and stuff like that as well. So yeah, and we also got Cold Front, which, yes, I've bought every single I got every single skin because I really wanted this skin. I think it's the best looking skin for the accelerator. Also got this, like the sledger, which I didn't get. It was in another event, but yeah, I didn't play for a while and I didn't get the sledger. I got the it was the pirate skins. Got the pirate commando, which is a very special tower, and then obviously the other pirate skins, which I haven't got so far, but that's fine. Got the vigilante skins, which are they look pretty cool, don't they? Yeah, they look pretty cool. And then the golden skins. This is a very special. You can see 50,000 coins. That's a lot, right? And that's because all of these towers, when you get the skin, they have a special perk, and they are basically like boosted. So yeah, very special skins, very like high end and stuff like that. So I'm saving up for another like golden skin crate because I've only got two. Got the golden cowboy and golden pyromancer. Pyromancer's okay, but the cowboy's kind of eh. And I really want to get the golden minigun out, because it's a really good tower. If it has the golden skin applied. You obviously got Robux skins because money. So yeah, you got premium skins, which you actually get one of these for free every week if you like log in for 7 consecutive days. So there's you can see a lot of skins, which are actually, they are like one of the higher end skins. So yeah, got a lot of cool skins. Not phantom skins. These are actually, I think they're a little bit exclusive. So yeah, I got 2 of them from the event tab, which I'll show you in just a little bit. So we've got Phantom Scout, Phantom Ranger. Phantom Scout's actually a pretty good skin. Phantom Commander is what I'm aiming for next, if I can get it. And then you obviously got these other towers, which I haven't gotten. So yeah, unfortunate for me. And then we got Deluxe, which is it's a really tough skin crate to get. I'll show you. I think there's a quest which sort of rewards you with one of these. You can see these skins are actually they look really nice. Obviously got Nico stuff, which is pretty cool. Yeah, this is where I got my Tycoon farm from. So it's a pretty rare skin. Then Jolly skin, that's the event skin. We'll display the skins. So I haven't got one in a while, but yeah, they look alright. So yeah, now I want to mention this quest. So quests, they're like, you start one of them, and then you get, if you complete what it tells you to do, you get like these rewards. So you can see 125. These are slow enemies, or enemies in multi-mode. So yeah, you kill 300 of them, you get these amount of coins, which is pretty good. And then these quests which reward gems, they're only found in, like, these enemies are only found in hardcore mode, which is just the hard, like, very hard difficulty. So yeah, we also got these weekly quests which reward you with a bit extra. I think this is that looks like a ducky crate for me. And then you've obviously got a bit more XP and a lot of coins. Well, not a lot, but a decent amount of coins. You've also got 500 coins, and like this Triumph ending map 20 times. Got 500 coins, and then a deluxe skin crate. I need to start this as soon as possible. So I need to try on 25 more times, which might take a little bit of time, but yeah, we might get there. So yeah, we also got as you can see here, rewards. So this is the event. We've got, obviously you got a lot of skins over here, and you also got crates, and you also got this emote right at the very end, but you also get name tags as well. And yeah, so you get a lot of stuff here, and it's pretty cool. You can see here, collect cookies, right? Occasionally enemies will drop cookies on the floor, and then once you collect them, you can, obviously, when you have the required amount of cookies, you get certain rewards. So this next one's a Legend Accelerator, which is it's going to be pretty cool for me. And yeah, so that's just a little look into Tower Defense Simulator. That's about it. But you also got you got a lot of like sort of different game modes. You got the event game modes. You got the hardcore game mode, which is very scary if you are new to it, and then you got survival, which is the classic sort of game mode. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.